Hi everyone, welcome to this week's story. It's a troll story from Norway, from this book, Troll with No Heart in His Body. That's not the story I'm doing. No, it's not that story. The story I'm doing is one called The Eating Competition. It's a lot of fun, safe for everyone. Really hope you enjoy it. Yeah, just going to dive straight in. After the story itself, I'll chat a bit more about the story and maybe ramble on about some other stuff as well. But yeah, hope you enjoyed and see you afterwards. Bye for now. Once upon a time, there was a farmer. And on the farmer's land was a great forest. And he would go into the forest and chop down trees, and he would carve the wood into the most beautiful ornaments or most wonderful utensils and sell them. Now one day, the farmer hurt his back, and he couldn't work. He was bedbound, bedridden, laid up. And so he asked his sons if they would go into the forest for him and chop down the trees. We're not going out there. There's trolls in the woods. Oh, trolls. I was dealing with trolls when I was a lot younger than you. What a bunch of cowards. The farmer couldn't believe it. Thought he'd raised his sons better than that. Dealing with trolls was no problem at all, though. Stupid creatures. He kept begging and pleading with his sons, day after day. Eventually they started to run out of money. Well, his boys eventually kinda came around to his way of thinking. So one morning, his oldest son, Per, set off into the forest, picked up an axe, swung it over his shoulder. He was a big burly lad, and off he swaggered. Now he soon came to where the spruce trees grew the tallest. Took the axe, and he barely made a single chop when out of the trees thundered a great troll. "If you chop down my trees, I'll eat you up." Per threw the axe to one side, penked it home fast as he could. He arrived back at the house, sobbing, exhausted. "Oh, you're lucky I'm still alive. There was this great big troll and he came at me and I ran away." Well, the farmer just looked at him. "I didn't realise I'd raised a coward. A troll, is that all it was? Trolls are easy to deal with." God. He was disappointed in his eldest. Now the second son, middle child, who always thought he was a bit better than his older brother, he figured he could make his father proud. So the next morning, Paul got up, found another axe, swung it over his shoulder, casually walked into the forest. A nice tall spruce tree, the axe, barely made a chop, when out pops the troll. "If you chop down my trees, I'll eat you up." Paul threw the axe to one side, legged it home. Arrived, breathless, barely able to talk, tears streaming down his grief. "Oh, Daddy's right. Oh, you're so lucky you've still got me. This big troll came and he was going to eat me." Well, the farmer, his disappointment knew no words. He just shook his head, rolled over. So it's left his last son, his youngest, who was nicknamed the Ash Lad, because for most of the days he just sat round the fire, cleaned the hearth every now and again. The next morning, when he got up and proclaimed he was going into the woods, his brothers laughed at him. The farmer rolled his eyes, but the Ash Lad went up to his mother and asked if he could take some supplies. Well, I didn't have much left. Well, there was some homemade cheese. So he put the cheese in a knapsack even, found an axe, and off he went into the forest. Found a nice big tree, took the the axe ready, chopped into the wood. Out came the troll. Roll you up, have you? Now, the ash lad was as quick in body as he was in mind. He quickly opened his knapsack, took out a bit of cheese and squeezed it, staring the troll. You eat me and I'll crush you like I'm crushing this rock. The troll really wasn't sure what to make of this. Certainly this little human seemed to be squeezing a rock, reducing it to jelly. Oh, don't hurt me. What do you want? Well, the ash lad, excuse me, the ash lad explained to the troll that he wanted his help in chopping down some trees. Well, the troll, chopping down trees, he pulled them out of the ground. Wasn't long before they had a fine pile. Now the ash lad noticed that the troll kept eyeing him up hungrily. The troll there, at the end of the day, if I go home, would you like to come to my cave for dinner? The ash lad smiled. He would like to go for dinner. So off they went, back to the troll's cave. The troll took out a large cauldron. He's going to make some porridge. He said to the ash lad, "Oh, would you go and get some water from the well?" The ash lad looked at the buckets. Wrought iron. Pfft, I'm not going to need buckets, I'll bring the well here. And he started to stride out of the cave. The troll, no, I'll get the water, you stay here. The troll needed the well. So he went and got the water and he came back and made the porridge. They were just about to start and the ash lad said, "How's about an eating contest? Tell you what, if you win, you can eat me. If I win, I get all your treasure." Well, the troll looked at this tiny little human. Yeah, he was fairly sure he could eat more than him. And that boy would make a fine dessert. So he agreed. They began to eat. Now, the ash lad took his knapsack, took out a knife, cut a slit in the bottom of the knapsack, hid it under his shirt. When he got too full, he would surreptitiously, slyly, just fill the knapsack. Well, eventually, the troll couldn't eat another bite. And this little human was still going. Oh, how are you doing that? Oh, it's easy. You just look, it's cut a hole in my stomach, so I'm never going to get full. I can just let a bit out when I'm had some. Oh, does it hurt? Well, at first, but after that, no, it doesn't. Well, the troll picked up a huge skewer, stabbed it into his stone as he had, instantly turned to stone, crumbled to the ground of the cave, dead. The ash lad stood up, found a sack, loaded it full of jewels, treasure, gold from the troll's cave, slung it over his shoulder, went home to his parents. They never had to worry about going into the woods to chop down trees ever again. Never had to worry about trolls ever again. And all of them, well, they all lived happily ever after. There we go. It's a really good fun story there. Trolls appear to turn into stone when they die. If you remember, it also happened to the father troll in when Mother Troll hung out the king's washing. I think he just became so angry that he just exploded into stone. Also, if you've seen the brilliant film Troll Hunter, I'll put a link to that in the notes. Also, there's trolls turned into stone left, right, and centre there. So yeah, when that troll in that story skewered himself, basically, turned to stone and died. Also, there's a few common tropes from folk tales there. The three brothers, the youngest one being seen as the weakling who hangs around the fire, and he's the one that turns out to be the hero, a lot like Asipattle from the Master Storeworm. And of course another character who spent a lot of her time hanging around the fireplace and turned out to be the hero was of course Cinderella, which is a story I haven't done, but I am going to do that one. It's Cinderella's an interesting one, especially the original. Another thing about that story, the eating contest there, is the mother just suddenly appears. You know, the farmer's established and he makes money from his woodcraft, it would seem, despite it being a farm. 3 sons, and then the mother just kind of turns up to give Ashlad some cheese, and that's it. She's not in there any more apart from that, which I don't know, maybe that's a Norwegian trope, but yeah, very very little focus on her. Maybe I'm overthinking it far too much, I don't know. But yeah, I think it's a great story. Like I said, the book that it came from is The Troll with No Heart in His Body. This book, I found it on eBay. I can't remember how much I paid for it, but it's probably worth every penny. It's fantastic. Most of the stories from here were originally published in 1841, I think, so there's excellent heritage there. Loads of great stories. Great version of Three Billy Goat Scruff in there. Really good. Surprisingly gory. And the art is fantastic. If anyone knows where I can get a t-shirt with that woodcut on the front, I'd really really appreciate that. No, not just a Redbubble one or a QWERTY one, like an official t-shirt by Betsy Bowen, who was the illustrator for this book. Absolutely fantastic. The stories are collected by I'm going to butcher this name. I think it's Lisa Lunge Larson. Probably utterly ruined that name and should have checked the pronunciation. But yeah, it's a great collection. If you're interested in that, get hold of it. I don't think it's in print anymore, or if it is, I don't think it's cheap. I might put some links in the notes again, just if you're interested. But I certainly think it's a book well worth having in your collection if you like storytelling. And that's enough of my babbling, really. You might notice that there wasn't a video over the weekend. I wasn't really very well over the weekend. There's a few other things as well. I just felt a bit out of sorts. Maybe I'll explain that in another video, one of the interlude ones or something rather than on this one. But that is it for now. This weekend I am hoping to get another video up just about what's coming next week. I already know. It's going to be multi-part, I'll tell you that much, and I'll say no more about that. But I reread it last night and I'd forgotten how good it is, so yeah, quite looking forward to doing that, because it's a story I hadn't read it for a while, and I was like reading it last night and I was like, wow, this is so good. So I'm not even going to say what it is. Just look out for the video over the weekend. I hope you're all doing really well. Looks like things are easing up a bit. I don't know how I feel about that yet. Again, I'll put more on the video over the weekend, but looks like we're coming out of it, kinda. As I say, I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe I've become too comfortable in the lockdown, which is weird. Doesn't make any sense. I know. Anyway, I'm going to do the dishes and go to bed and put this video together, and I hope you enjoy it. As always, if you do, please share it, please comment, please subscribe. If you don't, do the same. Leave a comment saying why you didn't like it, what you think could have made it better. I'm happy to take creative, constructive criticism, even, of any sort. And yeah, don't be a dick. It's simple. Okay. And I'll see you over the weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now. Good night.